And then people started getting in touch throughout the year, right? And saying things like, Inelia, how did you know? Blah, blah, blah. And the thing you mentioned, it happened exactly like that. And I literally made a major decision because of what came through the call. And when the crisis you mentioned hit, it didn't affect me because I knew what it was all about, i.e. not real. Welcome to the Driving to the Rest podcast. This is Inelia.
And this is Larry. Just a quick note. If you're hearing this, you're on our free feed, which means you'll only get the first part of this conversation.
To access the rest, go drivingtotherest.com and subscribe to the Wisdom Keeper Hour.
Join us and our expert panelists for detailed insights and the after party where you're invited to join in the conversation. Head over to drivingtotherez.com and become a subscriber.
Your $8 subscription keeps this podcast ad-free and helps us keep the lights on and maybe even get a decent cup of coffee. More importantly, it connects you with a community of passionate wisdom keepers like yourself. So if you're ready to go deeper, join us at drivingtotherest.com and support the journey.
Welcome.
Welcome.
This week, we want to completely prepare you for what comes next.
Yes.
Every year, for like the last decade or more.
More probably by now.
Well, I remember like a decade or more ago, I used to be sitting on my boat in the middle of the ocean because invariably we'd have nice weather. And I'd be like, darn it. And the end of the year call will be coming up and you'll be talking to... Oh, there was a variety of people that you talked to. I think the last one was a 100 monkey guy.
Yeah.
And you'd have like a New Year's party. And instead of going out partying, we just turn on 100 Monkeys and listen to you give a forecast for the year.
Right. Yeah.
I remember getting so much out of those calls. And it was so nice to be gathered at that time with that group, rather than the old group that I used to go party with. You know what I mean? So this year we have...
Yes. Indeed.
We have our call on the 31st again.
Mm-hmm.
And this week's article is why you absolutely want to be in the room this December 31st.
Indeed, yes.
So give it a read.
Every year, right at the edge of the calendar turning over, we gather for something that has become equal parts tradition, adventure, and high-frequency reconnaissance mission, the annual Looking At live stream call with yours truly, Inelia Benz.
Yes.
If you're new here, welcome. You have come home. If you've been with us for years, yes, we're doing it again. And yes, you know what to bring. Your cup of tea, some snacks, your notebook, and this year possibly a seatbelt.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I know I have this strange feeling the weather forecast for 2026 is going to be lumpy.
A little bit.
A little bit of lumpy.
Prepared. Yeah.
A little bit of turbulence.
A little bit. Yeah. This December 31st, 2025, we'll be doing what we've done for almost a decade now, or probably more. We're looking at the global plans.
More than a decade because it was before 2012 even, remember?
Yes, indeed.
I remember looking forward to the year, and 2012 was in it. And it was coming, and we're like, we're going to find out 2012 for sure, something's coming. And then you'd be like,
no, nothing.
I'm like, well, we'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Yes, we'll be looking at the global plans, frequencies, trends, surprises, and opportunities waiting us for us in 2026. And if history is any indication, it's going to be both illuminating and unnervingly accurate.
Yeah, there was some pretty dang interesting... I mean, if we listen to the last year's or the year before, there were things that came in that was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then when they come up,
you know what it is.
Oh.
And then you're pre-warned, so you don't fall for them.
You don't fall into the trap, if it was a trap.
Yeah.
And you don't
miss the opportunity if it's an opportunity.
Right. You don't miss the opportunity if it was a thing to take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year we had some nice time with some Bitcoin thingies.
Yes, that was fun.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people made a lot of money that year.
It was a good year to do that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so some of you remember the early years of these calls when it was just me, Mike, and a radio host saying, "So, Inelia, what can you see for the next year?"
Right.
From there, it grew into a yearly ritual, then a community event, then a "you better do this call, Inelia, or else."
He's like, what are we going to do? We'll be like swimming around with no idea what to do. You better do this call.
Yeah. And every year it would take me by surprise. And then I was like, what call? What are you talking about? "Oh, that call."
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's more like, some people who listen to our second hour of the podcast are familiar with our second hour of the podcast topics, and the people that are at the professionals, the mystics, the different perspectives, right?
Mm-hmm.
That second hour brings a whole year worth of like helping you understand sometimes when I talk in fisherman.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of fishermen that are listening, but there's probably some. They understand what I'm saying. But the rest of it are like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
So sometimes you say it a different way and
Nobody understands.
nobody understands a word you said. So we have a whole panel to help like deconstruct what we talk about. And it's a great
Yes,
thing.
Translate it and have a
This
look at
is
it and
like-
see how it,
This end of the year call is like the cherry on top of the entire year of expansion about what's going to be happening,
Mhm.
So this call comes with our second hour, but
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend you just get a second hour subscription, the Wisdom Keepers Hour, and this call comes with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got to buy a ticket,
Yes, indeed.
which is okay. You can do either one.
You can buy a one-time ticket for
Time
the
ticket,
event,
listen to that, or
support us with a subscription for the year.
and it'll come.
Either way, it's going to be great.
All right, so let's
Every year, we've covered everything from energetic shifts to geosocial trends
yes.
to personal sovereignty waves to those delightful timeline hiccups that only make sense 6 months later.
Like nanobots and needles. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Remember that?
Yes, yes.
Nano in what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it turned out there was.
Yes, and because it was like the vision I can share with you because this was in 2019
Mhm.
that I saw this. So what I saw was people holding something in their hand. So it had to be with their own hands.
By their own hands.
By their own hands. So basically, when you see something, it speaks in your own language. So you have to, it's not like literal. Sometimes it's literal, but a lot of the time it's something you need to translate when you see something. And I saw people's holding something on their hand. It looked a little bit like a, what's that thing you put on owies?
Band-Aid?
Yeah, it looked a little bit like a black Band-Aid, but square. And it had a needle sticking out. And they would reach over to their arm and stick it in there. And then nanobots would go into their bodies.
Yeah. That's
So I was like, what?
what is that?
What is that? By their own hand, they're going to... And then I translated it, by their own hand, they're going to jab themselves. It means they had to personally choose it, go to the place, get it done, right?
Right. Nobody's holding you
No,
down
nobody
to force you to do it.
exactly.
Although many people felt like they were forced. They had to literally choose.
Yeah,
Yes.
whether they chose through people threatening them or guilting them, making them wrong, or also, I mean, one person said, yeah, if I don't want to get it, but if I don't, then my daughter won't let me see my grandchildren, and my grandchildren are my life.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah. So
choice, right?
if you had known ahead of time that there's nanobots, things, you have to pick it yourself, and you have that information, you can like take that on board when the manipulations occur. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I have to pick it. Do I want that in me?
Mhm.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Plus, nobody knew about nanobots.
They'd never heard the word nanoparticle,
Nanoparticles,
membrane, nano. What was it was
Nanoparticles.
lipid nanoparticles. That's the word.
Nobody knew about
mRNA
that, and
nanoparticles.
they would say, "Yeah, that's just science fiction," and it sounded crazy and nasty and whatever's. But then it appeared in all of the pharmaceutical pages. You can go and read about it, and the side effects on it, and everything was true and real.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing, the wave came, and people had to do it. They had to choose. So it's like
That's kind of an example of the things we see and are looking at head calls when things like that are coming.
And people who were in the call, they contact and say, "Is this what the call talked about?" And I said, "Absolutely, yes, yeah. Don't get that." Well, choose. I didn't say don't get. I kind of did. I kind of said you have to think about it like this. The information was very clear that if a person chooses to do that to themselves, they're choosing to stay in the regular world, light dark experience with wars, torture, and all the other stuff too, drugs and alcohol, all the things. And most people live in that world and think it's normal and it's fine. So if you choose that, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you were choosing to embody the light paradigm, just light going forward, then you're going to have a really tough time doing it if you do that, because that's like a physical action towards staying where you are.
Right. That makes sense.
You can change your mind. And since then, there's been technology coming up to detox your body and heal it. Yeah. Which I didn't see at the time. I thought that was it. That's going to be the last choice.
I think that was their. I mean, if you were forecasting the weather, that was the weather forecast. If you did that, it was going to be
a bit rough.
Mm. And I remember you did say something along the lines of human bodies are uncannily tough.
Yeah.
So they might have planned this, but that doesn't necessarily.
Yes, that's the other part. What I release is what the human collective has plans for, and we're part of that human collective. What are the plans for us? What are the plans to continue with this energy split? So there's no judgment on right or wrong. I know what I would do and what I suggest people do. I prefer that people embody light, just light, not darkness at all. That's what I prefer. But that's not what this call's about. This is about choices and free will. Yeah. So anyways, yeah.
Okay.
There's been other things that people go, what? Including the 2012 thing. So many people in the alternative media got really mad with me because when I did the call, I said, no, nothing's going to happen. And they were like, what?
I even went to a 2012 party.
People
need to be ready for those.
It's true. Nothing's going to happen. It's like maybe have a party, it's like it's fine, you're an excuse for a party, but it's like there's not going to be anything apart from that.
Well, some of us were sitting on our Macabre ships waiting.
Yes. Okay, so last year's call, we saw quite a few things. Do you remember them?
Oh, it was an interesting call because there was it's been one of those years that is jam-packed to the gills of stuff. The things that I remember, the aliens and the demons, because I know I was getting bored of the medical stuff.
Yeah, people are getting bored of the medical stuff.
It's like, come on, really?
I'm getting bored.
I still listen to it to stay, current.
Yeah.
But we don't really talk about it too much.
Mm.
But
so there was a whole bunch of
religion and politics, demons and politics,
wars.
They did try to get the jabby things going again. It didn't seem like it stuck too good.
I think it did among the other people that we don't really pay attention to anymore.
I don't know. I was watching the stock price of those companies. They kind of tanked pretty bad.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. They were having a hard time
convincing people to
continue.
Because they've already formally released that it's bad for you. It can hurt your health quite severely, can kill you. There's lots of people who have died from it. They've already released that information. It's not like information that's not hidden. And also they've released information saying, actually, it's not going to protect you from getting COVID and it's not going to protect you from passing it on. So they had to release all that. And people who saw those releases, formal pharmaceutical companies' releases and government releases, then went, well, what's the point then? Right.
Right. But it was one of those waves of trauma through the collective that they.
And they're moving past the COVID part now, and they're going to other things like avian flu and all sorts of other things,
Yeah, we do have something like that.
I think there's a monkey one.
There was a monkey one, but that one didn't stick very good.
No, but let's say the scene was monkeys in suits.
Yes, it was.
And I was like, what does that even mean? Monkeys in suits.
Yeah.
And then the monkey flu, whatever.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox came about, and it was men in suits that
And in suits that were getting it.
were saying, get this jab because, we have monkey flu. So
Oh, remember the other monkey suit also had to do with the.
I think it was related. No,
I don't think it was the movie. I thought it was because it was a monkey in a suit for Christ.
Yeah, but I don't think that it was monkey in clothes, but not a suit.
Okay. Either way,
Right.
these things are.
Yeah. So sometimes it's like, just when you see it, you'll know it kind of thing, because it's so out left field, information that when you see it, you'll know it.
There was a thing with the French,
Yes.
and remember we had the Olympic.
Lots of many there was two major things, like a lot of people, and one of them the people were very angry and it was very destructive, and the other one the people were wearing lots of colors and they were all happy.
Yeah.
But both of them were very negative in some way, and I didn't know what that meant. And then there were some major riots, and then there was the Paris thing, the French whole Olympics debacle. Yeah, with lots of colors.
That was lots of colors.
Yes, all the rainbows colors.
The whole rainbow of colors.
Yes, and it was not a very positive thing.
It was a bit,
It was very degraded and
a bit degraded, yes.
horrible. Anyway, so that was those two. We also had the AI thing coming up. Do you remember what I said about that?
Right, that in my memory, my recollection, the AI would become the influencer.
Yeah. And then there was finances, and the finances come in every year. You're going to have huge threats of financial crisis and collapse every single year, because these are waves and these are things that push fear into the human collective. All of it pushes fear into the human collective. So they're going to push that. And they did. Several times during the year, I would hear people saying, oh my God, did you hear about the financial collapse? I'm like, no, I did not hear about it. Some of the other things was like the return of music. And I was like, oh, that's great. 2025 is going to be the year of music. There's the positive stuff, right? The human collective plans to do that. And it's amazing. And then music came back to me. And now I have tools that I can use and instruments that I can use, the AI instruments that I can use as instruments to create high frequency music. And it's quite outstanding. I really love it. We have IneliaRecords.com because people wanted to get that music, so now they can. But apart from that, there is it feels like it's going to be more it was more broader, like in this year around the planet. Other people were picking up that baton for the music and bringing it back to high frequency. At least we know quite a few, don't we, of individuals who are doing that.
Well, I know of only one, honestly, you. I've tried to.
My number one fan.
I have attempted to put other high frequency musics up, and what was in the past a high frequency music that I listened to, the best I could find, which we slept with at night even
for years, yeah.
And which was
good at the time.
Good, isn't anymore.
It's bizarre.
It's leapfrogged.
Really weird.
Leapfrogged.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And of course, we always do a card. I don't remember what card 2025 got, but that's one of the most popular parts of the call, actually, when we do a card for the year. Anyway, so, and then 2025 very politely said, hold my tea while I ... So these things are plans, right? They're plans for the dark side of the paradigm, that we can get warned about and not fall for things. And then it's plans for the light part of the paradigm to implement things they can implement. And then people started getting in touch throughout the year, right? and saying things like, Inelia, how did you know? Blah, blah, blah. And the thing you mentioned, it happened exactly like that. And I literally made a major decision because of what came through the call. And when the crisis you mentioned hit, it didn't affect me because I knew what it was all about, i.e. not real, right? I mean, you don't have to get affected by those things. Which is why I always remind you, these calls aren't predictions. They're not prophecies or doom scrolls. They're what our human collective is planning during this world split. So a lot of the time things can come up, right? And it's not about, oh, let's stop that happening. Because it's not for us to stop that happening. Only for it to stop affecting us negatively as a group of individuals of high frequency embodiment here on the planet.
Yeah, for instance, I remember one year we were going to go to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a dream of mine
Mm-hmm.
for my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And we were having events.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was all high frequency, greatest stuff in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But our family were responding to
Extreme fear.
extreme fear from Ebola.
Yeah, Ebola.
We're going to get Ebola in Europe,
Yeah.
for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And
They said goodbye like they would never see us again.
probably never see you again because
Mhm.
Ebola is going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
If you get
Europe.
on that plane, you're going to die in
Yeah.
Ebola in Europe. And we
but-
knew that wasn't even
Real or true.
resembling true, but they knew that was totally the truth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we didn't have to change their mind because, I mean, they weren't going to Europe.
No.
But we didn't have to,
Be influenced by
become
that.
like, under the influence of
Mm-hmm. That
a
fear.
plan for the dark side's plan. It's like, that's for them, not for you.
Right.
So it's these kind of the things. Like, I know that that's BS. So let's go to Europe and have the time of our life,
Yeah.
put on a few events and raise the frequency of the area and enjoy ourselves and eat yummy food. And I mean, I didn't see one Ebola person the entire time
No.
or
That's
even
true.
hear about it.
No.
Did they have some yellow stuff one place?
They had posters,
Posters and stuff.
everywhere. All the stations, the airports, all about the Ebola thing. They had them everywhere,
Yeah, they did.
but not.
But it didn't.
Nothing.
It wasn't a thing that affected us because we understood what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand what's happening, you can, navigate them easier. That's what these calls are for.
Right. Navigating what's happening in an easy, high frequency way. That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we came back and says, well, what about what happened here with the Ebola? And they said, like, what Ebola? What
do you
are you
mean?
talking about?
I know. I thought that was funny. Remember, we couldn't go because of the Ebola. It's like, whatever happened to the Ebola?
Oh.
I don't know. I
Yeah, I don't
haven't heard
remember.
anything about it.
That's quite funny.
It was.
Mm-hmm. The plans are carried out and how it affects us personally is all down to understanding what is happening, the real reasons behind the news items. Some of the plans have been implemented for decades, some are brand new. The plans from the dark side are loud and obvious when they come about, but the ones from the light, not so loud, just a rumbling under our feet, pushing us to take responsibility for the job we came here to do. Think of it as checking the weather before we go out for a hike. But for reality itself, rain won't stop your hike, but you will wear rain gear and you won't get soaked, and you will have a great time. This happened to you the other day, didn't it?
As a matter of fact, yes, the forecast was for a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And my hiking partner wore his rain gear.
Uh-huh.
And I figured, well, since he's wearing rain gear, I'm not going to need it.
Well, you're a fisherman. You don't need rain gear for a little bit of rain. Just
Well, we
the
didn't
ocean.
even, it was quite funny because he was ready and he hiked in his rain gear. I didn't bring any rain gear and it didn't rain on me. He got a little sprinkle on him though.
You did, yeah.
So it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you buy and apply the I always call it the quantum core manifestation class. What do you call it?
Yeah. The source code.
Source code of manifestation.
Yes.
Yes, if you apply the source code of manifestation, the raindrops also will not hit you.
It's quite weird.
Yes,
It's kind of nice.
it's kind of nice.
All right. Why is this year a big one?
Is this year a big one? Well, you said why?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's coming up, 2026.
What is
It's
it
not
makes
a
it
small
big?
year. It's not a small year.
It's a.
It
It's
isn't
a
a filler
consequential
year.
It's not just a pass between years.
No.
It's not. 2012 was a big year.
Yeah.
Well, it felt big. It was
it wasn't
big.
actually.
No, it had lots of ramp to it.
Yes,
it had a lot of
It
ramp.
did, right, right, right.
2012 was a big year.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really happened, but it
Mhm.
felt like a big year.
And
2020 was a big year, right?
I can't remember, but
That's
it is.
the one that was right after 2019.
It's just keep doing. It's not one of those. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you hope for the best type of years.
Oh,
It's not a year that you can enter unprepared.
really?
No.
I'm feeling a little bit
2026
nervous.
at the point.
A pivot point.
Mm-hmm. And one of those years where the work we've been doing individually and collectively starts showing up in visible, tangible, no more excuses ways. If we prepare for it, we will have huge results at the physical level of reality.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm fine for huge results.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sometimes feels like you do a lot of work, and not much is happening
At a physical
at
level.
a physical level or in your house level or your
Or your mind.
mind level or
Emotional
whatever.
level.
I mean, the boiling frog thing.
Yes.
Where it's like tiny bit of change over a long period of time. By the end of it, you're like, did anything change? Well,
Not
things did
that-
change.
Yeah.
And you didn't notice it too much because it's just so slow.
Mhm.
So this isn't that.
This isn't that.
Okay.
Right. This upcoming live call will explore things like where's the split trajectories heading and where it's wobbling.
The split trajectory has a wobble?
Yes,
Oh,
it will have
boy.
a wobble.
Oh boy.
The high frequency opportunities ready to anchor and how to do it.
Does that have anything to do with quantum manifestation?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The places where awakened individuals need to pay attention to and what to do about them.
Is that like geographical places?
Could be geographical and also world events
Oh, okay.
that are planned.
Oh, okay.
What's dissolving and what's rising. And where your personal power plugs directly into the global momentum.
Oh, I like it.
No spoilers.
Come on, one spoiler.
No spoilers.
Tiny spoiler.
But if you ever wanted a clearer map, this year you really need one.
Well, that is a spoiler.
Oh, you don't need it.
You
don't
can,
need it.
well,
you can
like I
figure
was
it
telling
out.
Craig
You
yesterday,
figured it out.
you can like get the fish and then drive to
For the
the
best.
place and hope that you've got a bag and some ice and they're home to deliver your fish. You can like, you get there and you're like, uh-oh, how am I going to get the fish to the door? And then, scramble around your car and look, oh, maybe I don't want to use a shirt. Under the seat. Oh, here's a bag. I found a bag under the seat. Right.
Yeah.
You don't need a map. I mean, you can muddle your way through, or you could plan, like have a cooler with some ice in it
Uh-huh.
and bags to put the fish in
Uh-huh.
and even gloves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, an appointment.
Uh-huh.
They're waiting for you.
Yeah.
You can have all these things planned or just
Yes.
muddle through. In other words, this call is the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can just sort of
It's a little bit
hope
of a
you
map.
find a bag under your seat to carry that fish to the door.
There you go.
Either one.
So, could you? So why should you join the live call? Can you watch a replay? Of
Oh.
course, but you still need a ticket to watch it. But the live call has a different frequency to it because you are part of it.
Even
You're
if you
part of
don't talk
shaping
about
it.
it, even if you don't talk, just being there.
Yes, just being there, you will affect the call. All my calls are dictated by what energies the audience brings, and my classes and live events as well. All the live events. This is not unknown. It's very well known. The more people in the call, the broader the seeing can become. So don't be a passive listener of the recording when it pops up in my store, but an active participant of the live call itself.
Kind
Either
of like,
way, you're going to
yeah.
purchase the recording, right? But being there on the day affects the call. It affects it.
Okay.
The group energy always influences what the we chooses to highlight. Did I mention that this year the we will be more active during the call?
No, you did not. And if you don't know what the we are, go check out the We Talks.
Yeah.
We Talks.
No, we got drivingtotherest.com. We have some episodes
Okay.
that are about the we.
I guess maybe Ilya can put a link or two.
Yes. Yeah.
Go look up the we and listen to some of those conversations, because I have to work very, very hard to have those conversations.
And the source code of manifestation class
came from.
Yes, that larger perspective.
That larger awareness.
And yes, we will be absolutely keep it practical. You'll walk into 26 with clarity, confidence, and a sense of, I've got this, and now I know where I'm going.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? I wonder what the second... I'm wondering, and I want to know what the panelists for the Wisdom Keeper Hour have to say about their previous calls. Did it affect them?
How they're previous?
Are they any good? All the things. I'd love to hear about that.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I like the idea of having the weather forecast. You know, the weather forecast. I mean, you have the call all year to replay,
you
listen to the chunks. You have the entire community, especially if you're part of the second hour, to help bring these things back into your memory. Because I've found that as time has gone on, our memories of things have started to get a little bit more dissolvey. Dissolvey might be the right word.
Ooh, if you get the subscription, for the call, you support us, right? But also, what we've included is a quarterly catch up of the call throughout 2026, which is going to be awesome. So for an hour, we'll be talking about the call and what the things have already come about, and the ones that
and what's coming still.
Yeah,
and if there's any updates
any changes,
to the plans.
updates for the plans also.
That's awesome. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, we'll see you there.
All right.
Second hour Wisdom Keepers. Yeah. Let's see what you got.
Yes.
Love you, honey.
Love you.
Join us for the rest of this conversation at driveintotheres.com.
And when you go to driveintotheres.com and you join in the rest of the show, rest of the second hour, you also get to join in the after party. 9:00 on Fridays, we all get together, including you. Not long ago, you know, there was like places on the planet you could go where you couldn't get a Wi-Fi, a cell signal, certainly there was always a little satellite signal, but there wasn't really that much satellite signals, right? You need a giant dish to collect it. Mm-hmm. And now it's like a tiny little square thing, wherever the hell you want on the whole entire planet. You're everything. So that's something, right? Coming from somewhere all the time.
But the best part about that is I was thinking about it. It's like, it's not the satellites themselves because they don't have any things. It's us, because it broadcasts to that little square dish, and then the square dish goes into a 5G broadcaster in everyone's home.
I know.
That's one of the amplifiers. That's one of the amplifiers for sure.
Right.
I was in school when the shift happened about calculators.
Yeah.
1 year, it's like your bags would be checked to make sure you didn't have one.
Wow.
And the next
like
year,
a criminal.
you had to have your calculator issued, a very specific model.
Yeah.
So, and you had to show that you knew how to use it.
Right. The T980, whatever.
I think so, yeah. So you had to learn and you had to know, and that was part of the test.
Right.
Privilege of knowing you personally too, and you've been very accurate both in that and then also in these predictions for the year, if you will, like very specific things sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking also, because when I remember the very first time that I was invited to a show and I was asked, can you look to the next year? What your predictions are? Mm-hmm. What do you see? And that was the very first time that I looked, right? Because I wasn't very curious.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking at the time, well, I don't want to look and see ambiguous possibilities that people could interpret in their own way and say, yeah, she was right because X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. I want them to be so undeniably accurate that an individual will go, oh, that is what this is. Right. Bioengineered food.
Oh my
body
God.
just,
Even I've been very diligent with that one. As diligent as way more diligent than I usually am about things. But I've been very diligent with that one. Even when it's like so irritating, I want a Ritz cracker. Because they're yummy, you know? You know what Ritz cracker is?
Yeah, of course.
And they change as a bio, god dang, it's like, oh. And then the whole shelf, it's not just Ritz. Every one of them was bio.
Wow.
Like, what? They whole? All of them? Not even
Wow.
just the Ritz ones, even the ones that are yucky?
Yeah.
Like the generic ones. Generic
Uh-huh.
Ritzes are bad too. I was quite upset. But I have learned if I ignore it and do it anyway, my body doesn't like it anymore. I can tell.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah.
other day I had something that I say, I'm sure it's not bio. And I said,
Bioengineered.
I ate a few pieces of it and a few pieces of it. And it's something that I normally eat a lot of. I like. And it's just like, doesn't taste right. Something's wrong with this. I don't know what it
Yes.
is. I'll get over it. Maybe it's stale. I don't know. And then you looked and it was like bio now. I'm like, oh, no wonder it
Bioengineered.
tasted like
Oh,
crap.
of
My body
course.
gets sensitive enough to
Yes.
tell.